You're sitting at your desk, you open your phone, you tell yourself, today I'm gonna catch up on content. And then nothing. No spark, no inspiration, not even the slightest idea, just blank. I know what it's like to put in 10, 12, 14-hour days working on a business, only to sit down at the end and think, I still need to post content. And unfortunately, we both know it's non-negotiable, especially if you're using content to get more clients. Because even just a few days of silence will slowly kill your visibility and eventually your sales. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to never run out of content, even when you're exhausted, burnt out, or just not feeling it. Let me start with a truth that might sting a little bit. You don't have a content problem. You have a systems problem. Most business owners are stuck in reactive mode, and you're probably one of them. They sit down, open their laptop, and ask, what should I post today? And sure, some days the ideas will flow, but what about the days when your brain's off, or when you're too tired, or when you just don't feel like it? That's when you force a crap piece of content, share a random post, or skip posting altogether. But those who are pumping out huge amounts of content, they don't create it daily. Instead, they've created pipelines. They extract content from systems that run without them. Here's what it looks like. Strategy 1 is creating a content pillar system. Basically, the premise of this strategy is focusing on one core idea per week. That's it. You film one deep dive video about one topic, and that becomes your pillar. From that, you repurpose. You clip 7 reels, extract 7 quotes, 7 carousels, 7 emails, maybe even a tweet thread, a LinkedIn post. You can extract anything and everything from it. It's like turning one cow into 20 cheeseburgers. When you structure your content this way, you don't need to squeeze your creative juice every single day. You just need one idea per week and a repurposing system. So your content flows even when you don't. Once your content engine is in place, we move to strategy number 2, which is energy-based scheduling. Instead of forcing yourself to create content when you're mentally drained, try batching them during your high energy windows. I'll give you an example. Mondays, for me, are for writing. It's the start of the week, I'm fresh, and it's the perfect time to map out scripts, outlines, talking points for my content. Thursdays are my filming days. Why? Because I feel like filming on Thursdays. Somehow, that's the day where my energy peaks. Now, don't get me wrong, this might change week to week. Maybe you feel like you've got high energy on Wednesday. Maybe you've got high energy on Friday. Who knows? But I'll block off a 3-hour window when I feel the energy and shoot everything in one day that will last me for the next 10 to 14 days. No distractions, just lights on, camera rolling, and I even hire out a studio just for the day. And that's when batch mode is activated. And then Sundays are for reviewing. It's a bit more chill, perfect for doing some final tweaks, reviewing subtitles, cuts, writing captions, speaking to my editor, seeing where we can improve. And on my lowest energy days, I don't do any content creation. I rest or focus on actual work and running the business. Because most burnout comes from trying to squeeze out as much creativity on the days you don't feel like it. So when you start to match your body's natural rhythm, that's when you get the best version of yourself. You experience less stress, less pressure, less burnout. But that's not all. We need to talk about something that's really undervalued. Number 3 is voice memos. You already have 90% of your content. You're just not capturing them. Think about it. Every single day, you answer questions in your DMs. You coach a client. You talk to a friend. You explain something in your head. You figure out something new that you never knew before. That's content. But instead of writing it down, you just speak it and you forget about it the next moment. But instead of relying on yourself to always have to write down your ideas, why don't you just speak it? I literally use my phone's voice memo app throughout the day, 30 seconds here, 2 minutes there, maybe sometimes even 5 minutes if it's a deep topic that I want to speak about. And then on Mondays, I'll upload those clips to a website like otter.ai, get the transcripts, and boom, I've got content ideas, script templates, captions, and outlines that I can tweak and adjust a little bit. And that's content for me right there. And you probably wouldn't even notice. Every business owner has gold in their daily conversations. So why not take advantage of it? Let's say you wake up and you're truly wiped out. No voice memos, no energy, blank thought process. It's boring at that point in time. What then? That's where strategy 4 comes into place. The personal content swipe file comes in. And no, I'm not talking about saving other people's posts, copying and pasting a bunch of YouTube links and putting them in notes, waiting for the day you go back and review them. I'm talking about scrolling through your early posts, your old videos, your dusty old iPhone notes, stuff you haven't looked at in months, maybe even years. Listen to what you believe then, right? Ask yourself, do I still agree with that? Has my thinking changed? Would I say this stuff differently today? That's content, because you'd be surprised as to how you used to think back in the day compared to what you think now. And that's a new video right there. That's even a story arc. People love seeing change and evolution. They love when you revisit your hot takes, especially if you contradict what you used to say back in the day and break down what's changed and why. Once you do that, you can go back to strategy 1 and repurpose that new content. It's literally a flywheel. The idea is already there. You just need to pull the curtain back and share it with your current lens. Now, there's one last strategy that hands down is probably the most powerful one, but majority of people are using it wrong. Connecting with your audience, letting them write the content for you. And before you think, oh, I already do this. No, I don't mean asking your audience on a story post saying, what YouTube video do you want me to post next? No, ask them questions like, what still confuses you that you haven't managed to crack in insert niche? What's something you know now that you wish you knew 6 months ago? What do you think is the biggest hurdle for insert your target markets? For example, if you're a fitness coach helping people lose weight, what do you think is the biggest hurdle for overweight people? Now, all the overweight people are going to come into your story and say, this is what I struggle with, this is what I struggle with, and you just disguise it as something else. Use Instagram polls, YouTube comments, reply to emails if you have to. Every time someone asks something twice, that's free content idea right there because you know it's in demand. It's effortless, organic market research. Because the truth is, the best content doesn't come from sitting in a room thinking as hard as you can. It comes from real life challenges that either you or your audience is already experiencing, and you're the one giving it a voice and giving the solutions to it. I hope these 5 strategies will help you stay visible, even on days that you don't actually feel productive, because staying visible, especially in the kind of business that we run, is non-negotiable, especially if you get clients online. While you don't need to post daily, you need to have these pipelines in place that will keep posting for you. That's how you keep making content without letting it run your life. Burnout happens to everyone, but your business matters more. You can't let that be the reason as to why your business doesn't run one day. So build a system that keeps sharing it whether you're at 100% or just surviving a week. If this video gave you an idea or two, make sure you actually try them. Don't just skip this video, move on to another one, and then forget everything I've just said. And let me know which strategy you think is best in the comment section below. Take care.